Imagine standing on a world where it rains molten glass sideways, where oceans are made of boiling metal, and where a single year lasts less than a day. These places are not scenes from science fiction or fantasy novels. They are real planets, orbiting real stars scattered across our galaxy. Tonight, we are going to leave the comfort of Earth behind and travel to the strangest planets ever found. Worlds so bizarre that they challenge everything we think we know about how planets should exist. Welcome to Cosmic Horizon Hub, where the universe is always stranger than imagination. For centuries, humans believed planets would look somewhat like our own. Rocky surfaces, maybe water, maybe an atmosphere, maybe conditions that make sense to life as we know it. But once astronomers began discovering exoplanets beyond our solar system, that illusion shattered almost immediately. The universe did not copy-paste Earth. Instead, it experimented wildly. Some planets are so close to their stars that their atmospheres are literally being stripped away. Others are so cold that their gases freeze and fall from the sky like snow. And some are so dense that a teaspoon of their material would weigh more than a mountain on Earth. So let's begin our journey with a planet that sounds almost poetic, yet is utterly terrifying. HD 189733b is a gas giant located about 64 light-years away, and it's famous for one reason. It rains glass, not gently, not vertically, but sideways, driven by winds reaching speeds of over 5,000 miles per hour. Imagine standing on a world where the sky is deep blue, not because of calm oceans, but because microscopic glass particles scatter light in the atmosphere. These particles form clouds, and when they fall, they become razor-sharp shards of molten glass slicing through the air. Scientists believe temperatures here reach over 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt glass into liquid droplets. Question: could anything survive that? Answer: almost certainly not, at least nothing resembling life as we know it. This planet is tidally locked, meaning one side always faces its star, baking endlessly, while the other side remains in perpetual darkness. It's a perfect example of how alien weather can be beyond anything on Earth. Now, let's move from glass storms to something even more extreme. Meet WASP-12b, a planet so close to its star that it's being torn apart. This planet orbits its sun-like star in just over one Earth day. That means a full year on WASP-12b lasts about 26 hours. The heat is intense, reaching nearly 4,600 degrees Fahrenheit. At these temperatures, the atmosphere expands so much that it forms a glowing cloud around the planet, stretching far into space. Astronomers have observed that WASP-12b is literally losing its atmosphere, pulled away by its star's gravity like smoke drifting from a flame. Here's the twist. This planet is darker than charcoal. It absorbs almost all the light that hits it, reflecting less than 10%. Imagine a planet blacker than asphalt, glowing faintly red from heat, slowly evaporating into space. It's a reminder that planets are not static. They live, evolve, and sometimes die violent deaths. But what if I told you there is a planet where the surface might be covered in diamonds? Enter 55. Cancri E. This super-Earth is about twice the size of our planet and 8 times more massive. It orbits extremely close to its star, completing a full orbit in just 18 hours. Temperatures on the surface exceed 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt rock into magma oceans. But the real intrigue lies in its composition. Observations suggest this planet may be rich in carbon, possibly even more carbon than oxygen. If that's true, its interior could be filled with diamond structures rather than silicate rocks. Imagine continents of diamond, glowing red-hot under a blazing star. Is it a cosmic jewel or a hellish furnace wrapped in precious stone? The universe once again refuses to choose just one extreme. Now let's take a sharp turn into something colder and darker. Therese 2b is often called the darkest planet ever discovered. Located about 750 light-years away, this gas giant reflects less than 1% of the light that hits it. It's darker than coal, darker than fresh asphalt. Scientists believe its atmosphere contains light-absorbing chemicals like sodium vapor and possibly clouds made of vaporized metals. If you could float above this planet, you wouldn't see swirling white clouds or colorful storms like Jupiter. You'd see almost nothing. A vast, featureless void, absorbing starlight and refusing to give anything back. Question: why would a planet be so dark? Answer: Because its atmosphere is structured to trap light, turning the planet into a cosmic black hole look-alike, though without the gravity of a real black hole. It's a haunting example of how appearance can be deceiving on a planetary scale. But darkness isn't the only strange trait planets can have. Some planets are unbelievably puffy. Take WASP-17b. This gas giant is about twice the size of Jupiter, yet it has only half the mass. That means it's incredibly low density. If you could somehow place WASP-17b into a bathtub large enough, it would float. Its atmosphere is stretched thin by intense heat and stellar radiation, making the planet look bloated, like a balloon left out in the sun. Even stranger, it orbits its star backwards, against the direction of the star's rotation. This suggests a violent past, possibly involving gravitational encounters with other planets or even a near collision. It's a reminder that planetary systems can be chaotic, shaped by cosmic accidents rather than neat, orderly rules. Now imagine a planet where the oceans are not water, but molten iron. That brings us to K2-141b. This rocky exoplanet is so close to its star that one side is a vast ocean of liquid rock. Temperatures on the day side exceed 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to vaporize stone. On the night side, however, temperatures plummet, causing rock vapor to condense and fall as stone rain. Scientists believe this planet has a rock cycle similar to Earth's water cycle. Rock evaporates, forms clouds, and rains back down as liquid stone. Winds carry this vaporized rock from the scorching day side to the frozen night side, sculpting an ever-changing landscape of fire and stone. It sounds mythical, like something from ancient legend, yet it exists in reality, orbiting a distant star. But let's not forget planets that challenge our understanding of time itself. PSR B1257 Plon B was one of the first exoplanets ever discovered, and it orbits not a normal star, but a pulsar. A pulsar is a rapidly spinning neutron star, the ultra-dense core left behind after a massive star explodes as a supernova. This planet is bombarded with intense radiation, including powerful beams of energy sweeping across space like cosmic lighthouses. How did a planet survive a supernova explosion? Or did it form afterward from the debris? Scientists are still debating this. Either way, this planet exists in one of the most hostile environments imaginable. It is a testament to the universe's ability to build worlds in the aftermath of destruction. Now here's a question that always sparks curiosity. Are there planets that smell? The answer is yes, at least theoretically. HD 806 Lusanix B is a gas giant with one of the most extreme orbits ever observed. It swings incredibly close to its star, then flings itself far away in a highly elliptical orbit. During its closest approach, temperatures spike dramatically in a matter of hours. This sudden heating likely triggers violent chemical reactions in the atmosphere. Some scientists speculate that such atmospheres could contain hydrogen sulfide, the compound responsible for the smell of rotten eggs. Imagine a planet that not only looks hostile, but would smell unbearable if you could somehow stand there. Now let's talk about gravity. On Earth, gravity feels constant and familiar, but on some planets, gravity could crush you instantly. Take Kepler-10c, once nicknamed the Mega-Earth. It's about 2.3 times Earth's radius, but with a mass nearly 17 times greater. That means its density is incredibly high. If you stood on its surface, you'd feel several times Earth's gravity pulling you down. Walking would feel like carrying several times your own body weight. Mountains would struggle to exist, crushed under their own mass. This planet challenges the idea that large rocky planets must become gas giants. Nature, once again, found a loophole. Now for a twist that feels almost like a cosmic prank. There's a planet where it might rain rubies and sapphires. WASP-121b is a hot Jupiter with temperatures high enough to vaporize metals. As the atmosphere cools slightly at higher altitudes, materials like aluminum oxide could condense into clouds. When these clouds rain down, they could form droplets of molten corundum, the mineral that makes rubies and sapphires. Imagine a sky where gemstones fall instead of water. Beautiful, yes, but also lethal, given the extreme heat and pressure. So why does the universe create such bizarre worlds? The answer lies in physics, chemistry, and chaos. Planet formation depends on countless variables. Distance from the star, composition of the protoplanetary disk, gravitational interactions, stellar radiation, and time. Change one factor slightly, and you get a completely different outcome. Earth is not the template. It's just one outcome among billions. And here's the most unsettling question of all. If planets can be this strange, what does that say about life? Could life exist in forms we can't even imagine, adapted to environments that seem impossible to us? Maybe life isn't limited to gentle oceans and mild temperatures. Maybe somewhere out there, life swims through superheated atmospheres, or thrives under crushing gravity, or exists as exotic chemistry beyond carbon and water. Every strange planet we discover expands the boundaries of possibility. It tells us that the universe is not conservative. It's experimental. It pushes extremes, tests limits, and doesn't care whether the results are comfortable for human understanding. As telescopes become more powerful, we are only at the beginning of this journey. The James Webb Space Telescope and future observatories will reveal even more bizarre worlds. Planets with glowing skies, planets with multiple suns, planets with atmospheres made of substances we've never seen naturally on Earth. Each discovery will raise new questions and challenge old assumptions. And that's what makes this era of astronomy so thrilling. We are not just mapping stars, we are uncovering entire worlds, each with its own story, its own physics, its own madness. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Somewhere out there, glass is falling sideways, diamonds may cover continents, iron oceans are boiling, and planets are slowly evaporating into space. The universe is far stranger than we ever dreamed, and we've only scratched the surface. If this journey through the strangest planets ever found expanded your mind even a little, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves cosmic mysteries, and subscribe to Cosmic Horizon Hub for more deep dives into the wonders of the universe. Drop a comment below and tell us which planet disturbed or fascinated you the most, because the cosmos is listening, and we'll see you on the next horizon.